Create trust first, then LLCs, personals, in trust. When it comes to which one to do first, you could be doing 3 different entities at the same time. And you would say, well, why would you want to do that? You would want an LLC inside your trust because it provides a credit chassis. Banks will loan to businesses, they don't loan to trusts. Well, they will, but it makes it much easier if there's a business inside the trust. So you can build credit with the LLC inside the trust. It provides a great credit chassis. You can manage the assets through the LLC and pay yourself as the manager of the LLC inside the trust. That's another way that you can protect things, but also manage them still. But you likely will want an LLC outside of your trust. And you might say, well, why would I want that? Well, any income produced inside of a trust that's not some like common law, crazy, wild thing that is illegal. If you're operating under normal laws, okay, over $15,000 in income inside of a trust is going to be taxed at 37.5%. It's pretty steep. It's not fun. What we see a lot of people do is they'll put maybe, kind of 50-50, or it could be more than that, depending on how old you are. The closer you think you are to death. And again, everybody's mortality is different. Everybody has different time frame. I'm not going to give like specific information or knowledge here, but let's say, you're close to retirement. You probably would put more of the assets in the trust if you're closer to retirement because you want those to compound and grow inside the trust where they're protected and will pass on. But you want to leave a portion in the LLC because you can pass the taxes from the trust to the LLC, and the income, whatever threshold it was for the trust, like let's say it was, $240,000, right? That you made inside the trust. Well, instead of paying 37.5% inside the trust, you pass those taxes to the LLC, and now the LLC would only pay like 28% taxes. So it's not huge, but you could still use, expenses and other stuff to be able to write that off on the LLC outside the trust. And over time, if you're paying taxes for the trust through the LLC, and if you did have to sell off assets, you're always liquidating assets from the LLC that's outside the trust. The assets inside the trust are compounding at a much faster rate because you're not having to pay taxes on those. I would set up the LLC first because it's much faster. I would set up your trust second, living trust and asset protection trust and a spendthrift trust and a dynasty trust and an insurance trust. There's like 88 or 87 different types of trusts, right? So you need to work with somebody that understands your specific objectives, what you want to accomplish. Most centimillionaires and billionaires that we work with have somewhere between 7 and 9 trusts set up, and they're all for different purposes.